Hello, everyone. Adam Oakes here, the managing architect of the managed services team at Planet Technologies, and I'm here to share with you a holiday edition of the Play of the Week. For this week's Play of the Week, I actually wanted to look at three different updates, all related to the same topic. They're actually all related to the new Outlook for Windows client. Now, I think it's worth noting I've had somewhat mixed feedback from some of my partners about the Outlook for Windows client. A lot of people are just used to the old client and like how it functions. But as I looked through the updates this week to the M365 roadmap and saw everything they were doing with the new Outlook for Windows client, I'm actually fairly hopeful that these new features and new settings and investment that they're doing is going to really give an upper edge to the new Outlook for Windows client and bring some features that we were maybe not even realizing we were missing in the old Outlook experience. So the updates I actually wanted to look at again are all related to the Outlook for Windows client. First and foremost, the Shared With Me settings page. This is actually going to create a new settings page that will give users details on permissions that they have for shared folders and mailboxes that they've added to the new Outlook for Windows client. So let's say you have a folder that someone shared with you to go through and manage from a group or from their mailbox, or even have a whole shared mailbox over. There'll actually be settings you can go through and look at the individual specifics for those things inside of your Outlook client. That's coming in March of this coming year. Second, and this is probably the one I thought was the coolest, was show shared folders and mailboxes as actual accounts in the new Outlook for Windows. This is actually set for February of the upcoming year. So if you actually have shared mailboxes or folders that you've gone through and added into your system, they're going to show up as actual new accounts inside of your Outlook for Windows client. I actually think this is really big. If you've ever had to use a shared mailbox for your job, I actually use several with what we're going through and doing. Having the ability to manage that as its own separate account is something that you've long been able to do in the Outlook for Web client, but in the Outlook client itself, it's kind of kept it as a separate thing off to the side and it always functions a little weird. I actually see this as an enhanced feature set that really brings the experience as a capsulized system inside of the shared mailboxes in a way that I really like. That's actually more akin to what you can currently do in Outlook for the web. And finally, for June of this coming year, FSLogix support for the new Outlook for Windows client. If you haven't heard of FSLogix before, no worries. FSLogix is actually what powers and makes Azure Virtual Desktop work correctly for individual users. Now, if you've ever done virtualization before, how Azure Virtual Desktop works is it's a shared VM resource that spins up instances of desktop clients that users can go through and do. But obviously, if you have 300 employees that are doing this, it doesn't just keep 300 desktops running full time. It has a VM that spins up resources when they're needed. Well, how it ties that individualization or that personalization inside of AVD is through a program called FSLogix. What this is basically saying is the new Outlook for Windows client is going to be compatible with FSLogix, which means you're actually going to be able to have the full Outlook experience and being able to go through and experience all these features in a customized view every time you actually load up inside of AVD. Now, AVD is becoming more and more common in the compliant and security spaces. I have quite a few number of clients that are using it. So seeing them continue to develop feature parity with some of the new things that are coming out for the Outlook for Windows client there as well too is frankly huge. I hope you guys have been enjoying your holiday season. I hope everyone has a safe and fun new year and the upcoming week. And this has been your Play of the Week. Thanks, guys.